Okay, we're standing in the backyard of 1202 Crawford in Glen Burnie, and we're going to do a quick shotgun analysis of this as a potential investment property. Um, so sort of a shared lot. I think it's about a quarter acre that backs right into this other house's lot with no fence. That's fine. So some of the things we'll be looking out here as we put together our business plan are landscaping issues. Pretty easy. We just, rake, cut the grass, clean up some of this vinage, maybe throw down a little bit of mulch and some flowers for spring presentation. And you probably would tear down that shed. I don't think that really offers any resale value. If you were going to keep this as a rental, maybe you'd just leave the shed so your tenants could use it for their lawnmower. Roof looks pretty good. It looks probably 10 years old, maybe. Not the best construction. Looks like it might have been repaired a couple times. So we'd budget some money to tighten that up a bit. Replace, reflash, caulk, replace those stack boots, that kind of stuff. And exterior, all in all, is pretty good. The windows are also, everything here is done kind of cheap, but it's okay. The windows are replacement windows, but cheap replacement windows, and you can see we have some damaged screens here. We probably want to see if we could get those replaced. This is going to be a problem. You got a dated HVAC system. Whether you rent or resell, you're going to want to change that out. I'm reasonably sure that air conditioner doesn't work. If it does, it doesn't have much life. If you're going to try to sell, that will be one of the first things your potential buyers see. Other outside issues, not much. We'll do a little bit of cleanup, maybe recaulk these windows. I think there was a little bit of, I thought I saw a little bit of wood trim that maybe we'll paint. No, that's just sloppy caulking. So we'll either scrape and recaulk that or figure out a way to paint that so it just looks a little better. All in all, I'd say I would maybe budget $2,000 for roof issues, which, by the way, would include needs a gutter system. Desperately needs a gutter system. This property doesn't have a basement, so there's not too much worry of a flooded basement and moisture problems like that. But you can see what no gutters do. It creates a trench right off your roof, and you gotta have them. So now we're moving around to the front, where we see pretty much the same story. Sort of, we're siding on this addition they built, which, by the way, is either an in-law suite or a second apartment if you were going to use this as a multi-unit. And that is vinyl sided, cheaper windows. Okay, so let's talk about that. So this is a 2-unit. There's 2 kitchens in here. So this is split up by this causeway here, which we'll see in a minute. That door right there is a dividing room, which they're using as a laundry room. You've got a 1-bedroom sort of studio on this side, and a 3-bedroom house, the original house, on this side. I think if you rented it out as a 2-unit, you could probably safely bank on getting $2,000 a month. Probably a little better. I would say $800 or $900 for the studio side. Might about right. I guess I would, just to be conservative, say $700 for the studio side, and maybe $1,400 or $1,300 for the 3-bedroom side. Given that there's not much space, so I would estimate conservatively $2,000 a month rental, but I would list it higher in the beginning, and you might pull in $2,200, $2,300. So shoot, I put down my flashlight somewhere. That air handler itself doesn't look so bad, but because that compressor's shot, you can't just replace the compressor. You typically have to replace the whole system. So we're going to go ahead and budget $10,000 for all systems. I probably $8,500 or so to replace those the air handler and the compressor outside, the heat pump, and then we'll budget another $1,500 for miscellaneous electric and plumbing. The systems are off in here, so I can't really tell you how well they're working, but we'll just go ahead and budget $10,000 for systems. So let's just walk through this side, the 3-bedroom. So it's got this decent sized living room slash dining room area with the little kitchenette. All in okay shape. We're going to have a bunch of patch and paint to do in here, but it's not in terrible condition. Walking down this long hallway, again, I don't have put my flashlight down, but you can see there's sort of this really teeny tiny half bath here, which is a cool feature to have, but it is really teeny tiny, and it is right next to the full bath. So it'd be nice if, you know, somebody's taking a shower. Somebody else can use the bathroom if they have to. Bathrooms and kitchens, probably just modest renovation stuff. Like, you know, I'd change out that medicine cabinet. I might even change out that vanity and maybe the sink and faucet too, but you don't really have to. I guess it would depend upon your end strategy. Could just recaulk that. Tub just needs a little caulking and cleaning. It's really not in bad condition. This is ceramic tile. They've got a bunch of ceramic tile in this house. Bedroom 1, you can see there's some sort of window leak issue there. I'm sure it can be easily addressed. You might do things like put in nicer closet doors. But the other thing we're going to do in this house is replace all the carpet and replace this cheap laminate trim, put nice wood trim, and paint it. Not too expensive to do, and you know, we could really paint this place and make it look nice and crisp, particularly if you're going for the resale. This room, they've done the textured walls, they've done the textured ceilings in a bunch of these rooms. I don't know what to tell you about that. It's kind of a bear. It's not even worth sanding it down. It's better to just gut it and replace, but that gets kind of pricey. Okay, so that's this side. Going over to the studio apartment side, we'll cut through this causeway, which is a lot of space, which probably could have been used better, but I don't know what you do with it. It is a laundry room right now. Those appliances actually look kind of fine. I think this hot water heater looks fine. A little bit old, but I'm assuming it's functional. Electric, it's a 200 amp system. Downside about using this as a 2-unit rental is it's only got one electric and one gas meter. So, oh, there's my flashlight. So it's not separately metered. So we can talk about that as you tell me more about what business model you're pursuing. But not having each tenant on their own meter is a big potential for disaster. Again, not a bad bathroom. Don't really have to change it up. If you're going for an upscale remodel, we probably would. But also, again, not really great use of space. This bathroom is huge. I might at least try to get a linen closet in here in some way. I don't know how you do it, but... And then the bedrooms, looks like to be about a 11 by 12 bedroom maybe, with a pretty huge closet. So I have some rough numbers. I'll run comps on this. I think so one of the things you could do, and I'll close with this, is you could just convert this into one big 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home, which I think you could, without the basement, you could probably get $250,000, maybe $260,000 for in this neighborhood. And I think that's all I'm going to say about this one now. I do have some numbers. I'm budgeting $10,000 for the systems. I'm budgeting about $6,500 to $7,000 for painting this whole place and to replace all that trim and do some of the patchwork. just $500 for landscaping. I mentioned $10,000 for the systems, $2,000 for gutters and roofs. And then that leaves interior renovation, like for example, updating. Oh, let's just talk about one more thing. The bathrooms and kitchens. This kitchen is also not bad. I would replace this cheap Formica countertop, but I think I would leave these cabinets, which are okay. I just get some of this Uba Tuba, which is all the rage now, for this cabinetry. And this also actually is ceramic tile on the floor too, and the ceramic tile backsplash is not bad either for this market. So there's even a little bit of decorative tiling on there. The problem with this is the grout is filthy, and we can clean that, but it's tedious and it's a little bit expensive. But that said, maybe some appliance upgrades, replace that cabinetry. I mean, not the cabinetry, the counter and the sink. And this place is ready to go. So that's all I'm going to say about this property. I'm going to move on to the next one. I think there is a potential here for either business model, flip or rental. Problem is the listing is vague about the financial background of this property. They're not saying it's a short sale, and they're not saying it's not. So I'm not quite sure how easy it would be to get this one to closing. Bye.